Everyone will tell you daily stand-ups keep your team aligned. Weekly syncs keep everyone on the same page. One-on-one builds trust. I'm not here to tell you the same thing. I'm here to tell you what actually works, not from a book, not from a course, from 15 years of leading teams at one of the world's largest multinationals. My MD banned almost every meeting we had. We were skeptical, very skeptical. And what happened next changed everything I thought I knew about leading people. So let me ask you something. How many meetings did you have this week? Now, how many of them actually needed to happen? So here's what most engineering managers don't realize. Every meeting you call is a confession. It's you saying, my team can't solve this without me in the room. Sound familiar? Every time someone sends a quick sync invite, they are admitting they haven't tried hard enough on their own, or that the team doesn't trust each other enough to figure it out together. Engineers on Reddit are saying every unnecessary meeting costs the team 2 hours of productivity. They are right, but the real cost isn't the time, it's the message it sends. I don't trust you to figure this out alone. Meetings aren't a communication tool, they are a symptom. So my MD gave us one rule. Before you call a meeting, you had to answer 3 questions. 1. Have you tried to solve this yourself? 2. Have you asked everyone around you for help? 3. Have you exhausted every option you have? When was the last time you asked yourself these 3 questions before hitting send invite? If the answer to all 3 was yes, then you should call a meeting. And here's what happened. Most problems never made it to a meeting because by the time someone had asked 3 colleagues for help, the problem was already solved. And if it wasn't, they walked into that meeting with 3 attempted solutions, 2 failed approaches, and 1 very clear question. That's a meeting worth having. His other rule was simple. You come to a meeting with a problem and a proposed solution, not just a problem. Anyone can bring a problem. Leaders bring options. So we stopped saying, we have a problem. We started saying, we have a problem. We tried X and Y, and we think Z is the best way forward. What do we think? The meeting went from 60 minutes of discussions to 10 minutes of alignment. And here's the part that surprised everyone, including me. Nobody complained. Nobody missed the meetings. Not a single person. Instead, they started placing bets on how fast we could finish. The record was 7 minutes. For a team of 15 people, yes, we were that competitive. No, we're not. Sorry. Our MD would walk in, look at the clock and say, if we finish in under 20 minutes and buy coffee for everyone. We became obsessed, not with the coffee, with the speed. What would happen if your team started competing on speed instead of complaining about meetings? Here's what nobody tells you about meetings. They don't just waste time. They create dependency. When your team knows you will call it for a meeting every time something gets hard, they stop trying to solve things themselves. They wait, they escalate, they ping you on Slack at 9 p.m. Has this ever happened to you? But when they know the rule, exhaust every option first, something shifts. They start talking to each other, they start building trust, and something else happens. Problems stop being scary because nobody carries them alone. When someone brings a problem to the team, it immediately becomes everyone's problem. Not because they have to, but because that's the culture. The weight gets shared, and when the weight is shared, people stop being afraid to speak up. They stop hiding problems until they become disasters. They bring them early, they bring them openly, because they know the team has their back. Think about your team right now. Do they feel safe enough to bring problems before they become disasters? That's not just productivity, that's psychological safety. And you can't build it with a workshop. You build it in those small moments when someone asks for help and everyone shows up. The conventional wisdom says meet more, align more, sing more. I'm telling you the opposite. Meet less, trust more. 3 questions before every meeting. Have you tried yourself? Have you asked your team? Have you exhausted your options? If yes to all 3, call the meeting. If not, go back and try again. That's not a productivity hack. That's how you build a team that doesn't need you in the room to make decisions. And honestly, that's the best thing you can do ever as a leader. If this resonated, subscribe. Every week I share what nobody told you about managing engineer. See you next week. Thank you for your time. Bye.